So I really am of the opinion that every FKF Premier League team that's the first tier in Kenyan football should have their own home ground. And here's why. So first of all, the vibe at these local games is just ridiculous. Personally, never seen Bandari fans actually pulling up to a game, so it was great to see them just showing up the culture, the atmosphere, the excitement. It was actually incredible to see. I'd never seen anything like that, and I'm a Kenyan. So that was good to see. That was actually really great to see. The other thing I'd push for, especially for guys, local Kenyan guys who enjoy watching football, come and watch some of these local games. You bump into a lot of international players, or rather you bump into a lot of Harambee Stars players such as Abdallah Hassan. I didn't greet him, but he just walked like literally just in front of me. I also came across Abud Omar, the left back. So yes, as always, support Kenyan football and you'll be able to experience these things. So the point of this video is to tackle the loss of money. And this was an experience that I came across last weekend. I was in the earlier game, the NSL game, Mathare versus Naivas. Naivas won that game 2-0. It was an interesting game. This was first and second, so Naivas now go on top. And yeah, it was an interesting game, and the experience afterwards was actually shocking. I even asked a number of people how this is actually dealt with, because once you've entered the gate and you've watched one game, people weren't chased out, so you were able to catch the next game, which was an FKF Premier League game, Bandari versus Nairobi City Stars. So meaning you 2 for 1 special. You pay for like the NSL game and you're able to watch the FKF Premier League game. So basically, I don't want to be those guys, but the players are the ones who actually end up suffering from this. You find the club is not able to pay the players due to lack of funds, and this is one way of collecting funds. Like just in the case with Sofapaka right now, they're unable to pay a number of their players. It's actually been brought up, the fact that a lot of players haven't been paid for as long as 12 months. And they've actually gone on strike. They were recently, not all of them have gone on strike. I don't know the whole situation, but a number of players have actually gone on strike. And this was actually the reason why they went for the other game. We mentioned it with just one substitute. And so, yes, this is what I'm actually saying. The ticket sales is one way that Kenyan football is losing money. And I think if the top teams had their own home grounds, because none of these teams, Bandari or Nairobi City Stars, is actually, Ruaraka is the home ground for Tusker. That's as far as I know, Tusker FC. I think if we tackle the issue about every team, the 18 teams, every team in the FKF Premier League to have their own home ground, this will help in terms of ticket sales, collecting the money, and this will also go into paying the players, because these funds, will be able to pay them. Even if it's not full, they'll find some other source of revenue. But this is a key, very key, in every club, very key source of revenue. Others do merchandising and, shirt sales and whatnot. But for us, I think ticket sales is the core of our source of revenue for these teams. So I think when we lose out on this, it really hurts the teams, the players, and Kenyan football as a whole. So as I mentioned, just entering the gate for one game and able to watch another, it's good for the fans. You get to experience a game without paying too much, but then again, the players are the ones who end up really in the worst case, actually. I think for me, this is one way of dealing with that issue. If possible, we could even have FKF Premier League and NSL teams partnering and having their own home grounds and sharing the cost. Or if not, then we split it amongst the top FKF Premier League teams. That's two teams per stadium or per ground. It doesn't make sense to me why would have an NSL game and then immediately after an FKF Premier League game and fans are still there. So that to me is a bit shocking. And with that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Do check out our other social media platforms at Out for me, love football. Do like this video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, support Kenyan football. We out.